if your son is in prison right now and you're in Oskino's position, your son is in jail, you're trying to, y'all got a rift in between y'all.
And you asking me, and I'm in Oskino's position.
Yeah. Now, would you forgive him for something that he did that you didn't like? I mean, would you still visit him? Would you still send money on his books? Would you still, even if he disrespected you, you feel like he was, not saying this is the case, but if you felt disrespected by your son, are you still doing everything for him in his oppressive situation?
There will be a grieving period for my son, because all support will stop until he finds out, or until he realizes, like, damn, especially if he disrespected me. Now, if we both couldn't see eye to eye on something and he went about his way and I went about my way, then I ain't too mad. But you disrespect me as your father and do something that's, in my book, it's like, yo, if a regular nigga would have did it, no coming back from. So I can't give you the no coming back because you're my son. Mm-hmm. But you will know, you will have time over your head to know, Pop done cut me off right now. You will come to, especially if you need me and I don't need you, and you disrespect me and you my son, boy, you got to find out, you're going to learn today. Because I ain't going to kill you. I ain't going to kill you. So the next best thing is to step away from me. And sometimes that's good, man, to show a motherfucker. See, a motherfucker don't find out something good until it's gone. Right. That's with everybody. A motherfucker don't find out something good until it's gone. That's with money. That's with a house, car, a relationship. You don't know if it was really good for you or not until it's gone. Once it's separated out your life, you will start feeling that yearning for that to return if it was good for you. If it was bad, then it'll be an easy departure.
Exactly. Hey, shout out to Dark Skin Beauty. Shout out to Tess, Nate the G. I think I said something to you as well. Kimmy Dance, shout out to you. Hey, listen, we gonna get Dark Skin Beauty and James LaFlame. They'll get married on this podcast. And
you keep talking about Dark Skin Beauty got a boyfriend.
Oh, she do?
You keep trying to get her to break up and be with from James LaFlame. She ain't messing with
I was hoping that they had
James from down north. Dark Skin Beauty from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
she might not like no north niggas, man.
That's a hell of a mixture.
That is a hell of a boy. I ain't gonna lie though, James. And Dark Skin, boy, that mixture right there, y'all have a fireball. Woo! And Brooklyn and North Philly. Oh my eyes.
And the baby will have two. We'll be the godparents.
yeah. Tails to the jails. Stepdad, I'll be the baby daddy.
But yeah, but this going back to the situation with the son being jail. Flip that. If you was the son and you disrespect, or your father felt like you disrespected him by what you said or what you did, are you apologizing to your dad or your father or whoever you?
And I'm the one that disrespected you.
You may not have felt like you did nothing wrong.
Hold on,
but he told you that's how he felt.
Yeah. See this answer right here. For those who are that caught the live yesterday, Muji answered it, and he answered it in the proper fashion that I think it was supposed to be answered in. I was cool with his answer. You asked him about the interview he did when he was talking about bashing his dad and all that. He stood on accountability. Came when he was like, "Yeah, man, I did that, man, and I can't take that back or whatever, but I'll do it again." That's accountability. He ain't duck it or nothing. Yeah, I did, and I do it again. Now, whether you was wrong or not is a whole nother issue. But I like his approach. Like, all right, I did. He said, but I'm up for a conversation where I could tell him how I felt, and he could tell me how he felt, and then we'll iron the wrinkles out the pants when we get the iron board. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's what men's supposed to do. All that, is one-sided, and you just telling me your part, and that's it. No, we got to get this. We got to get it out. We got to get this meat on the table.
Not on duty.
Not on duty, boy. Your whole life just sits around the censor, not on duty. You just triggers. It triggers your little ass get wet soon. Not on duty.
Not on duty.
Boy, this man crazy as hell, man.
Shout out to John Michael, the donation, man. We appreciate that. But for me, if my son did that to me, like, I've been disrespected. I'm going to find a good time to speak about my situation with my son another time. But if my son disrespected me, to certain points, I got to show him, like, I got to show him tough love. Like, all right, you got to learn now the value of having your father. Maybe you don't understand. Now, for me to, cut certain things off from him, certain perks or benefits that he may get from me being a father. I'm not gonna never stop being his father, as far as if he called me for advice and needed me, or if he's in a bad situation and he needed me, I would be there for my son. but I would have to show him some tough love, because sometimes kids need that tough love, because otherwise they're going to continue to keep going down that path. And then it may blow up to a point to where as though somebody might end up getting hurt behind that. So, I would still be a father, but I would definitely show him some tough love, but I would still be a father. Now, if I was a kid, I'm a father. I'm a son as well. I got a father like everybody else. We all got fathers, and my father is the type of man where as though certain things he did, it was like, regardless of what I say to you, regardless of what goes on, I'm still your father. So don't ever in your life disrespect me. And I'll hold on to that to this day. Like, no matter, my dad may say some stuff that I don't like, I may address it to him, but I'm address it to him in a manner of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to go outside of me and him to talk to him. Nobody's ever going to come back to my dad and say, well, your son said this, or I saw your son say that. I'm not going to never going to do that. I'm going to address my father in the most polite, manner or whatever it is, and let him know how I feel. And I'm going to be mindful not to make him feel disrespected, because I understand that that's my father.
See, and then why I could take it more so heartfelt from you is because I see what you go through, bro. I see what you go through a lot, man, in life, with your family, with your father, how you honor and respect this man. He calls me all the time, man. He begging about this fishing trip coming up.
We're gonna make it happen for him.
And you have been through, things that I ain't gonna put out there until you ready to put out there, but you have seen firsthand how the father and son relationship work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And when you ready at your time, and I would love for you to, because, it's one thing to hear somebody advocating about, father and son relationships and how it can work and how the son, but it's another thing when a person done went through it. They felt it, so the people be like, damn, not only is he giving us on a game on how to, not even the game, because I don't like to say game, giving us the manual on how to, because you can't really get it all the way right. But you're going to get it right along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get it from a person that got it through walking the fire instead of seeing it,
mm-hmm.
I receive it better. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I respect everything you're saying when it comes to that, man. And I know wholeheartedly that what you're saying, you're telling the truth and you believe in.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about that, because, right, his son got, let's go back to Oskino and his son. Muji got 20 to 40.
Mm-hmm.
Muji's still kind of young, early 20s, I think. He's
27
years old, about to pushing 30. He hasn't really even he hasn't even did 20 years yet.
He hasn't even got to the point to where it's understanding has really set in. Like, you can see the young man can, his grandma was right the way he talked and all that. He's learning all the little class, but realization really ain't step in yet.
Mm-hmm.
They don't step into it, but see, with a sentence like 20 to 40, that's damn near like life. Especially if you catch that or what saved him is him catching that at an early age, and we just gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
If he'd have caught that at our age, that's life.
Yeah.
20 to 40. 20 for you right now.
44. I can't do no daggone.
Come on, that's life, man.
40 years old.
Yeah, so what saved him is his youth when he got sentenced to this. So he still is going to be learning at an alarming rate during these years that he's doing.
He'll be talking totally different than I say about another 5 years.
Number 3, I say number 3. After that dime mark, you be starting to tighten up. He started early. See, me, I didn't start early. I was mad. I didn't get my GED until like 9 years in. I was like 28 years old when I finally got a GED. Mm-hmm. 28 years old. Come on, man. Who 28 years old getting GEDs?
Ain't that way you read your first book too?
No, it ain't where I could always read. I was very, very good at reading. That wasn't where I said that's what I read in the penal system. I read over 1 million books.
Well, I said you read your first book.
No. It was not the no. I did not read a first book at 28 years old. Now get on out of there. No, I never said nothing of the sort.
All right, go ahead.
But he like I said, with me, I was just mad. It took me 10 years to finally wake up. After I got out of the SMOO program in Lewisburg, for those who don't know what that is, a special management unit. You have to do something of a gang activity or something of a violent nature inside the penal system to get classified to one of these programs, and it's a 24-month lockdown program. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, this is the first lockdown program before you graduate to ADX, Florence, Colorado, where the jail is goddamn 7-8 miles underground and shit like that. That's super max lock-in. Now, the SMOO is the first stop before you make it to that. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to graduate. You know what I'm saying? So, but SMOO ain't no joke either. That's 24-month lock-in. You know what I'm saying? It's called Breaking Barriers. It's a program that they got. It's called Breaking Barriers when you're there. You got to complete the program. I got a certificate of breaking barriers. So when I finally got, you know how you
got what?
Huh?
So you got what again?
A certificate of breaking barriers.
Oh, the first book you read?
No. A
I'm asking
certificate. No.
questions.
I'm just saying.